Hey, this is Pastor Jesse here, and in this session, I want to be able to take a moment and communicate with you about two key roles that every host or every leader has to be able to do if they lead a group or a class, and that's really communication and administration. Now, as a Connect Ministry staff, we provide some amazing tools for you to be able to achieve these goals in a really streamlined and efficient way. One of them is CP Central, and there's another video throughout these video lessons on CP Central that'll help you get set up and understand how to use it. But communication is a huge part for you and your group. In CP Central, everybody will be in your group. You're able to send messages to the whole group, and everybody's able to communicate with one another within inside of that group. And it communicates through email to people. It's a wonderful tool. And we encourage every group leader or every class leader that's in Connect Ministries to send out weekly communication. Going into a new semester, it's so important that each leader is communicating with their people before they get into the semester. So the way this works is our staff is populating your groups with new people that have registered. You'll be getting emails about this saying, hey, a new person's been added to your group, a new person's been added to your group. And it's the job of the Connect leader to begin to take those people and to begin to follow up with them. And this is the way we encourage you to do that. And it's very important if you want your group to get off to a good start that you follow these steps. Number one, send out email communication to them. Share with them things like your name, contact information, what's the group location, what's the meeting time, and what are some of the topics that you're going to be covering, and just provide more information than what they need, and that'll help put them at ease about it. Then what we encourage is that after you send out an email to each person that's registered for your group or your class, what we encourage you to do is make personal phone calls. I can't express to you enough how important it is to make a personal phone call. People are signing up to connect in a group or a class, and they may be intimidated to show up. They don't know anybody there, and you may be the only voice on the other end of a phone that they're able to put together before they show up to your group or class. And so we encourage you, make personal phone calls. You may not get them the first time. Go ahead and call back 2 or 3 times until you're able to connect. And what I found is that if you'll mix good email communication with good phone call follow-up, your group is going to get off to a great success, and people are actually going to show up and be involved. And so encourage you, over communicate. After each lesson, after each week, I would send out a follow-up email just saying, hey man, it was so great to meet with everybody. Really appreciated everybody being there. Do a little recap of the weekend, and then maybe give a little heads up on what you're going to be looking at next weekend. And tell everybody you're praying for them and you love them. Communication builds community, and that's one of the primary roles for you as a leader, is to communicate with your group. The other form of communication that is so important is that you're communicating with your coaches and directors and really the pastors of Connect Ministry. That each week you take time to fill out your group report. This group report is going to provide information for us like how many people were in attendance. Is there anything important that we need to know? Is there any special prayer requests or special needs? That communication coming back to us helps us be able to pastor you better, helps us know if your group's healthy, helps us know if there's a special need in your group that maybe us as a church can help take care of. So it's important that every week that you're able to provide those reports, and that will be covered more in the CP Central video on how to fill out those reports. So communicating up, if your coach calls you, call them back. If they email you, email them back. It's so important that you build healthy communication with your coach and with your group members, and that's going to build really healthy community amongst you. You're going to get the mentorship you need from your coach, and your group members are going to feel cared for and loved. Communication, man, it's so pivotal in leading a great group or class. It's pivotal as a Connect leader. The other thing is administration. In CP Central, you're going to have a group, and it's going to have participant list or a roster of people that is in your group. There may be people that signed up that get put into your group that never show up. It's important that you go in and you add and remove people, that you keep your roster up to date, because then that will reflect properly on your attendance report. It's also important that as far as administration for yourself, there's a needs tab. So you can literally go in there and assign people to bring snacks. I encourage you to communicate about that in your group. Have people register saying, I can do snacks this week, and you can go in and create a need saying, hey, for our group, we need somebody to bring potato chips. There's awesome tools that are going on inside of CP Central for administration and communicating with your leaders. Also in CP Central, as you look at your group, you'll be able to see who your coach is and simply be able to email them right from within CP Central. So those are some of the administration things that are so important. One of the other things as far as administration is you handling the development of curriculum within your group. It's so important that you understand what you're going to be studying. Now, what we ask is that all groups cover the same thing. It's a church-wide curriculum for the first 6 weeks. Now, during those first 6 weeks, you can take time to discuss what you want to study beyond the first 6 weeks. And you as a group can make a decision what you want to do as far as curriculum. Now, once you've picked curriculum, we provide an approved curriculum list. You can take time and pick that out and email into the Connect Ministry staff, and we will get the curriculum for you. We'll provide it for you. So that's one of the key administration tools that is so important for you as a leader to be able to work through. So just in review, communication with your group members, man, email and phone calls, so important to the success of your group. Communication with your coaches and with the Connect Ministry staff through reporting, answering emails, and returning phone calls, and communicating well with your coach will help your group get off to a great start. And then administration, working in CP Central, understanding that you got to keep your roster up to date, your participants list up to date, you're doing your reports, and then using the needs tab to help get some of the load off of you as a leader for other people to provide snacks and other people to participate in a serving role within your Connect group. That's just a brief overview of communication and administration at Connect Ministries at Christ Place.